Hi guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Good morning, it's a lovely Wednesday morning and I have woken up with a headache. We have sort of hay fever season upon us and it makes our eyes itch, the back of our throats itch, and it can give you a headache, a high pollen count. We've also got a dog continuously barking. We had one yesterday. And luckily for me, I went out yesterday. So when I went out, the dog was barking down the hallway. There's a dog barking continuously at the moment. I don't know where it's coming from. I actually don't know. Right guys, so Alexa, what's the time please?
It's 9:38 a.m.
Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1962, fictional scientist Bruce Banner was blasted by gamma rays, thus introducing the world to his giant green alter ego. Happy birthday to the Hulk. I hope his special day is smashing.
And Alexa, celebrity birthdays.
Today's famous birthdays include Brazilian Association football player Richarlison, Irish rock musician, singer of U2 Bono, John Lennon's killer Mark David Chapman, American actor Kenan Thompson, and Scottish singer, songwriter and guitarist Donovan.
Right, so, yeah, never forget John Lennon out of the Beatles, who was assassinated, and he was 40. Mark Chapman. Right, so I'm going to just try and get on with my day. I'm on my own now. I just get on with what I want to do. I'm choosing to go up and see my mum. She wants me to sit with her. She doesn't feel very well. It's a nice sunny day. I get very hot in this flat. It gets very, very hot and sticky, so I'm looking forward to a break from it, just to sit by an open doorway without the noise that is down this street. It's noisy. What I normally do is put music on to cover it up, so if you open the windows, it's noisy. You can't get away from it, and it's not a nice view, staring at windows. Just staring at windows. There's no view, there's no river. My flat hasn't got a view out of it. You see straight into another block of flats. It's not an interesting view. And the railway, I can't see from my flat. I have to go outside in the hallway near the lift to see the trains. So I haven't got back windows. So there's no back windows in the property. There's a window at the front in the living room area. There's a window in the bedroom area. There's no window in the bathroom, and there's no back windows. And I don't have a garden. I have a balcony, so I sit. If you're lucky enough to sit on the balcony when there's no builders working, or you can't hear what everybody's saying going up the road, yeah, it can be nice. Especially when everyone's gone out for the day and you're just sat there on your own reading a newspaper and having a nice coffee. And I'm also trying to grow loads of plants, so it blocks out everybody that way. So if I grow a load of foliage, I won't be able to see anyone. Right, so let's see what's on the radio. Alexa, LBC radio. Alexa, LBC radio.
LBC London from Global Player.
Well, I'm not sure because it's only until recently the women over 30 as geriatric mums. And then we've got this guy who's 79, his oldest is 51. I just find it's a bit difficult. I mean, we do celebrate late fatherhood in a way that we don't with late motherhood. So, do you remember when David Jason had his last kid, and he was 61, and there were all those really cute newspaper?
Yes.
Yeah, and he got a front page, and it was like this beautiful, lovely thing. But, women who are in their 60s who are having babies don't get that same kind of celebration. It's more like a castigation, it's like a criticism. And, I get that there's the biological difference, but it's also that, men who are older also affect, their biology also changes, and they can also, increase the kind of, complications as well. So we do have something weird going on here where, older men get celebrated much more than older mothers. And so I feel really conflicted. I don't want to say like, oh no, he shouldn't be doing it, it's terrible. But on the other hand, I do feel like, oh well, why are we celebrating men but criticising women?
Is there, lastly, would you say, Katie, as some of my emailers and others have suggested, a degree of irresponsibility?
Because he's going to be so old.
Well, let's hope he lives to 120. But in reality, it's fair to say he probably won't see this child graduate.
No, that's true. But then there are other issues, aren't there? Like, I wonder, where do you go with that? Do you say, people who are, that have got illnesses shouldn't have? I mean, where does that end? That kind of idea about lack of responsibility and having children. I don't really want to go down that road because I think it's a very, very difficult one. But equally, he's got more than enough resources to have. I mean, 79, and he looks as fit as anything.
Yes.
So he's got all the resources to make sure he's got the best possible medical care. So he's probably going to do better than the rest of us are in much earlier.
Katie Edwards is a freelance journalist, columnist and author. Thank you for that. Emails, texts and tweets coming in. This Niall says, if he loves kids and has funds to have the best nannies in education, then good on him and her. Susie says they're becoming a dad at 79. That poor baby will probably never remember their dad. Well, I don't know about that. Never remember their dad. Also, how is he going to feel after many sleepless nights with the newborn? Susie, I think you have to accept that it's unlikely that Robert De Niro lives that kind of life where he has to decide between him and Tiffany who's going to get up and give the cow pull. I just don't think it's going to be like that. I sense there will be an army of nannies and others who will look after the child. But one thing that you cannot defy, of course, is age. And I say again, I hope he lives. I hope this is just halfway through. I hope he has another 79 years. But in reality, it might be a tough one. So is it the right thing to do? Or is it an act of irresponsibility? We'll come to that. And on the subject of irresponsibility, some would say that's exactly what it is with the government looking at, well, the National Health Service, but obviously through the government, looking at this idea that doctors can effectively, or trainee doctors come straight out of school and bypass medical college. We'll come back to that. It's 9:45, LBC News headlines. Thomas Watts.
The Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, is expected to condemn the government's illegal migration bill in the House of Lords later. Thousands of school leavers could join the NHS as apprentices under plans to address staff shortages. Donald Trump has been ordered to pay $5 million in damages after he was found to have sexually abused a writer in the mid-1990s. LBC weather, sunshine and showers for most parts of the UK, a high of 19 Celsius.
LBC Travel and Joanne, where one lane stays closed on the...
Stop. Right, guys, so my last child I had when I was 37. I was 37 when I had my fourth child. I'm a woman. I cannot have children anymore. Well, I don't think I can anyway. I've had four. Four's enough. I think when I had my child at 37, it took a strain and a toll on me, to be honest. And for a woman having a baby, it's a lot different to a man, because the woman is usually the one that takes care of the child most of all. So it's a strain on a woman to have a child over 40, I would say. A strain. I'm not saying somebody shouldn't, because there are people out there that can't have kids and they have IVF treatment and they don't get it till they're 40 plus. So I've got nothing wrong with people having children older. Nothing wrong with that at all. As long as you're a loving couple, you love each other, you're going to stay with each other and look after the child. I've got nothing wrong with that at all. But it is a strain personally on a woman when they're getting towards and beyond 40. It's hard work. Alexa, puzzler. Alexa, puzzler.
Good morning. Welcome back to Puzzler. Would you like to play your daily crossword or hear the high scores?
Daily crossword.
I'll hand over to Alexa for the first clue. Happy puzzling.
Put out a candle. It's a 5-letter word.
Alexa, snuff.
Here's a clue you haven't solved yet.
Remove clothes. First letter, S. 5 letters.
Alexa, next.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Vacant. Property. Without tenants. First
Alexa,
letter.
unlet.
That's incorrect.
Omelette wasn't right.
I didn't say
For better
omelette.
recognition.
Alexa,
Sound one.
UNLET, unlet. She thought I said omelette.
Exceptional.
Line drawing stick. Blank blank. L. Blank blank. It has 5 letters.
Alexa, next.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Small-minded. Trivial. Blank blank. T. Blank blank. 5 letters.
Alexa, next.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Cross-channel passenger vessel.
Alexa,
First letter.
ferry.
Fabulous puzzling. You've completed half of the crossword.
Line drawing stick. Blank blank.
Alexa,
L.
ruler.
Fantastic.
Small-minded. Trivial.
Alexa,
Blank.
petty.
Here's the final clue.
Remove clothes.
Alexa, strip.
Hurrah! You've got all the answers.
You did it in 2 minutes, 1 second. This was your 27th fastest time for daily crosswords.
Min Min, would you like to hear the high scores, open shop, or exit game?
High scores.
Would you like to hear the daily or premium high scores?
Daily.
You're currently 209th on the daily high scores, with a time of 1 minute, 4 seconds, 243 milliseconds. You are 0 seconds behind your nearest rival, scarcely energetic Lima.
Alexa,
Would you like...
exit. Right guys, this just seems like a facade to me. I'm sat in my flat with the window open. It's like I'm sat in an open showroom with everyone watching and listening. You know what I mean? I can hear builders drilling and banging right up the top of the road. There's a dog going, woo, woo, woo. And it's like, you know, they're waiting for you to go outside and get cross. That's what it feels like to me every day of my life. And I'm not cross, I have a headache. It is hay fever season. And I'm stuck a lot of the time in my flat by myself. And this isn't a stage, this is my life, this is my home. I sit most of the day with no company, reading books, watching DVDs or the TV, going to bed alone and curling up with my dog. And then I get up in the morning, these builders, I've been living here for nearly 3 years now, the same every day for 3 years. Noise, noise, noise. And just someone trying to incessantly make you cross and angry, because my father Derek used to lose his temper, get cross with my mother, get cross with people. And he was married to Jennifer. I'm going up to see my mum, my mother. There's a car outside at the back of the flats with the initials DT. Derek Trower was my father, DT. I feel like I'm trapped in a prison. I've been single now for 6 years. No company, no cuddles, just sat 6 years listening to builders' noise. On and off. Lansdowne Court, they used to chop down trees around the back of the flats and make noise. And be nuisance. We used to have police come into flat 3, burst the door down and make a load of noise underneath me. But it's like people can't leave me alone and let me get on with my life and be quiet. They've got to stir shit up, make noise, do something stupid, send the police out, send an ambulance out. Just be ridiculous. I'm not allowed to have a life. Not allowed. It's all controlled. Controlled. Like virtual reality. Like someone's got a script and they're reading from it. Let's send the make-believe police out to Crystal. Let's make Crystal believe they're real police. PC Candy. I'm a woman. And I certainly can't get pregnant at the age of 60. A man can, yes, but a woman can't. Not once her periods have stopped, she can't. So David Jason. David Jason gave birth when he was in his 60s, did he? That's interesting to know. See you later.